Hey guys, on this video we're going to take a look at a couple of ways that you can prevent temper tantrums. Now, first of all, temper tantrums are a completely normal part of toddlerhood, toddler life, toddler everything. Tantrum is an emotion that is just too big for them to handle. They are just experiencing a lot of different things, there's a lot going on. Tantrums are a normal part of that. But there are a few things that we can do to help lessen those tantrums, make them dissolve quickly, if you will, and in some situations we can even eliminate them before they start. So I'm going to share with you 3 things that you can do. So the first thing that I try to be very, very mindful of is, what does your day look like? If you are having a day that is requiring a lot of restrictive play or restrictive body, in the sense maybe you're in the car and then to a doctor's office and then to the grocery store and then you're running around doing all these errands. That can be overwhelming for a toddler, to have to sit still for so long and sit still in so many different places and not have a really good opportunity to let their big muscles go and play. They need that freedom to run around and move their bodies a little bit. And if they don't get that, they can kind of get really frustrated and overwhelmed, and you can end up with a temper tantrum over something that we as adults may deem silly or unnecessary. So if you are able to pay attention to your day, as far as how often are they going to be in the car or sitting in the cart or sitting in a stroller or whatever, how restrictive are they going to be throughout the day? Being mindful that having those type of days, having those type of situations can definitely increase your likelihood of having a temper tantrum. So if you are in positions to do so, maybe have a break in between outings, or maybe let the child walk with you, even if it's just that, a few feet or something like that, from the car to the cart or whatever, giving them that little bit of something to keep them a little bit less contained is really beneficial and helpful, and can stop a temper tantrum before it starts. The next thing that I suggest and look at is paying attention to meal times as well as drinks. We as adults have a tendency to, we're able to say, man, I'm really hungry, but I'm going to do this, do this, do this, and then I'll eat. Toddlers don't have that ability. Toddlers don't have the ability to say, well, I'm going to clean up my toys and go to the bathroom and eat my lunch, and then I'll get my drink of water. They don't have that ability to process. If they are hungry, they're hungry right then and there. If they're thirsty right then and there. A lot of toddlers may not be able to fully express that, as far as being aware that they are hungry or thirsty. So it's kind of important to be kind of mindful about when was the last meal or snack or drink of water. Some of the things that you can do, I really recommend keeping a drink available for them, be that like a sippy cup or a cup with a lid, something that's not going to necessarily spill all over the floor, at their level, so they kind of start picking up the ability to get a drink independently. In some situations, I feel that having some form or variation of snack available at the table or something like that, that they can come to the table to get a snack, can also be very beneficial, because they're starting to learn their cues, and it also leaves something readily available for you to kind of help them throughout the day. Like, oh, hey, it's been a while since you've had a drink of water. Let's go get a drink of water. Let's go get that snack. If you are going to be out for long periods of time, maybe it's an errand day or you're grocery shopping, I encourage you to bring that sippy cup and bring that snack. Those type of things seem maybe trivial, maybe basic, maybe completely obvious, but having snacks and a drink available pretty quickly on hand is also going to decrease your temper tantrums, because you're going to be able to respond to a basic need pretty quickly for them. The last tip that I'm going to share with you guys here is paying attention to your time of day. What time is that doctor's appointment there? What time are you going to a grocery store? If you know, some people end up going to the grocery store right in that sweet spot before lunchtime, and now you're getting into lunchtime and you're at the grocery store and the whole routine is thrown off. Or maybe you are at the park or the playground and you leave right in time to be sitting at 5 o'clock traffic for a long time. Trying to be mindful of what your day is looking like, where you're going to be, what you're going to be doing at certain parts of the day. If you know that your child takes a 1 o'clock nap, you know, and you're in a grocery store at 12:45, that could be cause for a meltdown. You're hitting that window where nap is important. Some situations you're not able to help. I get that. You know, some days it is what it is. You are where you are, and there's really nothing you can do about those situations. But when you are able to think about that a little bit more, you know, to pay attention to those times of day, being mindful of what time of day you're going to places or leaving places, or how long you're going to be at these places, or even just, you know, if you're around the home, what activities you're starting or delaying can really help you and your child be more focused on making sure that things run smoother. When things run smoother, toddlers tend to be happier. We tend to be happier when we know kind of what to anticipate. We tend to like routines and structures and things like that. So being able to plan our day accordingly to certain parts of the day, maybe it's meals or maybe it's naps or sleep schedules, these type of things can help eliminate temper tantrums, because we're already focusing, anticipating important needs throughout the day. For even more tips and tricks on temper tantrums, you can subscribe to us right here on YouTube. Check us out on Instagram. You can check out our link in our description that will give you guys free printable cheat sheets, and including one on temper tantrums. Please leave us a comment. Tell me what things you do to prevent a temper tantrum, if any, and I will see you guys in our next video.